The next part of our communications, our evening is communications, and I'm going to kind of go out of line here and protocol here, and I would ask that our fire chief come forward and give a report on the operations of the south side and where we are so the citizens can get a true picture of what's happening on the south side.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. As indicated, on August 1st of this year, there was a change in staffing in the fire department, and that change included what is referred to as a brownout of an available fire suppression unit, that being Engine 2 out of Station 2 on the south side. That change will continue till the 24th of this month. So let me clarify, that was a unit closure, not a station closure. There's no fire department station closures in the foreseeable future, and we hope to maintain that. With that, 24th of this year, Station 2 and Station 3, with a new lower on-duty staffing, will resume what we call jump companies. There'll be an engine ambulance in each of those stations. Those stations will have 3 firefighters in them, and they'll take the ambulance on EMS indicated calls, and if available, they'll take the engine on fire calls. That's a staffing system that we used in the 04-05 budget year. The delay in putting that system into play is simply the computer-aided dispatch system needs to be reconfigured from the current staffing program to that new level of staffing. Engine 2 was taken out of Station 2 and placed at Station 1, so that would be available for callback of off-duty firefighters on emergency recall. And with that, there is a new staffing level at the fire department. The fire department has been, in addition to attrition and the layoffs that are well publicized, we've had a round of both off-duty and on-duty injuries that has made it very difficult to maintain service levels. It is encouraging that we hope that those injuries will resolve and we'll get those employees back. It is also my hope, and I'm sure the hope of many, that we can continue to work for agreement so that we can continue staffing our fire department. Now, with that in mind, locally and nationally, the Fire and Rescue Service has experienced tremendous internal and external pressure to meet expanding demands. That's our community as well as many communities. The current task is to position the department to be more efficient and responsive. The current budget is based on affordability in a climate of decreasing funds. That's our reality as of the current fiscal year starting July 1st. It is challenging to not both compromise community safety as well as that of our firefighters. The fire department has a history of effectiveness, and I assure you we will find a way to meet this challenge. The current staffing configuration will rely on mutual aid from other communities, and will also rely on recall of off-duty firefighters. That concept is not new to our community and has been that way for many years. Again, I'm very hopeful that we can reach an agreement with the employees of the fire department and the management of the city. You have my commitment to continue to do everything possible to both protect our employees and, more importantly, protect our community with the available resources that you give the fire department.
Thank you, Chief. I'd like to comment. I've been relatively silent on this issue as far as the negotiations, and I think it's important for the public to understand that we went into this budget period with the expectation that our employee groups would take a 0% wage increase in this fiscal year. This is happening all over in communities elsewhere. It's happening in the private industry. And 3 of the 4 groups agreed to that and will be taking a 0% wage increase this particular year. We have one union group who chose not to do that. They came in with options that would save money this year, but in a relatively few months from now, I think it's probably 15 or 16 months, we would have seen an 8% increase in their salaries. That is a cost savings for a year that puts us in the hole in 17 months. That is not a cost savings. So I think it's important that when the community is critical of us, that they look at the entire picture here to understand that we are asking these employees to take nothing less than all the other employees in this city have taken, as well as throughout the business world, in other communities, in local government, as well as private industry. We were not asking anyone to take anything home less. We were simply asking to go 1 year without a salary increase. This was a choice made by our firefighter union. Thank you very much. Mr. Tarazinski.
Thank you.